I feel like as baseball goes along, teams just get dumber and dumber and dumber. I mean, teams don't learn from their mistakes anymore, like at all. The modern day MLB is in a very weird spot, and you know what? It's because of teams like the Angels, that are absolutely brainless, that are completely shut out from reality and live in this delusional state of winning, but the winning doesn't happen. I mean, whether we're talking about the Angels ownership or the, horrific front office, I mean, it's just tough to be an Angels fan, right? If you are an Angels fan, I pray for you. The Angels have been blessed like talent like Mike Trout over the years and talent like Shohei Ohtani, and have won, absolutely nothing. So have made bad move after bad move, bad decision after bad decision. So it just never ends. Again, the life of an Angels fan must be pretty depressing. It's like being trapped in a whirlpool and you just can't get out of the whirlpool. You're just stuck. So let's get into the dumbest team in all of baseball, the LA Angels. The Angels this year, just of course like every other year, have managed to underperform. Regardless of Shohei Ohtani literally somehow managing to put the team over the top every season, right? With his play, MVP level play every year, they just suck. And baseball's a team sport, and it seems like LA has just somehow forgot about that. And at the deadline, the Angels were 56-52, right? Only a few games out of their division, they made a decision to buy instead of trading Shohei Ohtani, who was pretty much 1,000% leaving the Angels after this season. The issue is that the front office has an ego, and they didn't want to be known as the front office to trade a guy who could possibly, by the end of his career, be recognized as the greatest player of all time, which I can understand to an extent, but at the same time, you gotta sell, man. I mean, you could be the GM who built a super team made out of prospects, which the Angels decided against that. They decided, no, Lucas Giolito will do, right? Lord, I mean, they're brainless, but in all seriousness, they had a very weird deadline because they were buyers when they definitely shouldn't have been buyers, and the Rangers, who led the division, traded for superstar Max Scherzer, and the Astros traded for superstar Justin Verlander, and then, of course, the Angels, who got Lucas Giolito. I mean... I'm sorry, dude, but Lucas Giolito doesn't even compare. They also brought in CJ Cron, from the Rockies, and I love Cron. I think he's a solid righty bat for a team that was in need of a solid righty bat, but at the same time, why are we buying? I mean, what are we doing here? I don't get it. That's just the biggest issue. I don't understand. Why sacrifice an ultimate future in baseball for, at most, if this plan were to go right, you would get a single season of hardly making it into the postseason in 2023. And keep in mind, that is if the plan worked. The plan has collapsed. I mean, the plan's gone. I mean, abort mission, execute Order 66. This did not go according to plan, right? It's gone horrible. The Angels are 0-6 since the trade deadline, losing a series to the division rival, of course, Mariners, which is what hurt the most out of anything. I mean, it's gone awful. Plus, Giolito has also looked really, really bad in the 2 games that he's played in so far. So this team won't get past the Mariners. I mean, the Red Sox they won't get past the Yankees at this rate. So, I mean, looking at this past year, how is this future really shaping up, right? Looking past this 2023 team, do they have a future? Well, no, they have arguably the worst farm system in all of baseball. Shohei Ohtani is about to leave the Angels. Rendon, probably the worst contract in MLB history, is under contract for a very long time still, so enjoy that. Mike Trout has become injury prone into his career at this point, and, could even request a trade from this team anytime now. You'd have to imagine, right? So basically, what I'm trying to say is that the Angels really are delusional and are about to enter one of the most brutal rebuilds of all time. After having 2 of the greatest players ever, I don't believe that a single MLB fan thought it was a good idea for the Angels to buy. Why are we doing this? I don't understand. If anyone can tell me, I would appreciate it. I think that the division is fully better than them. The Astros, the Rangers, even the Mariners, who, by the way, kind of sold at the deadline, they might even be a little bit better than that Angels team. It was just a dumb move. The GM didn't want to be the guy who traded the greatest player in baseball. So instead, he's going to be the guy who let the greatest player in baseball walk and also got nothing for him. I mean, you pick what's worse. I think we know what is worse. Awful, awful decision by the Angels. And also, how did the ownership let this slide? No clue. I couldn't tell you. Anyways, I'm praying for every single one of you Angels fans. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like if you haven't already, and peace out.